close to you passes, the grief can feel overwhelming. So when it comes time to make the necessary preparations for your loved one, you can rely on Angel Cremation and Burial in Mesa. Our caring and professional staff knows you're going through a lot, so we focus on helping you understand your options. You only pay for what you truly need. To learn more about our many cremation and funeral services, call 480-962-6435. 480-962-6435. AngelsCremationandBurial.com.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the guests and callers and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
Networking Arizona is brought to you by Hypnotic One. You can visit them on the web at hypnotic1.com. That's hypnotic1.com. Hypnotic One, helping you succeed by eliminating the underlying problems. Networking Arizona is also brought to you by L. Anna von Strassenberg CPA. Excellence and integrity in accounting. Visit ArizonaCPAs.com.
Welcome to Networking Arizona with host Carol Blonder. You'll hear interviews with businesses located throughout the valley. Networking, it makes a difference.
If I traded it.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I am so excited about having my first guest on, and I say that because she's the perfect person I needed to see right now. I have with me Sandy Greenlee, and she's the owner of Angels Cremation and Burial. And, okay, that sounds like a funny thing for me to say. You're the perfect person. And I can just say that right now I'm dealing with a lot. You know, my dog, I might have to put him down. You always say, Sandy always says, God picks his flowers when he wants to. We're going to be talking a little bit about the holidays, which are right around the corner. We've got Thanksgiving coming up, and we're going to talk about some of the things that you should talk about during this time of year. Welcome back to my show. I'm so excited about having you here. Thank you, because you're just so, I love you, and you know that what I love about you the most is how real you are. Listen up, everyone. Go ahead.
Well, I'm glad to be here today, and and this is what I'm going to tell you. Plan the holidays around making it good, or plan the holidays about making it crappy. You get to choose. It's your choice. You can choose to look for the positives. You can choose to look for the negatives. It's all about you. And so I choose to do the positive. I choose to do things differently. I choose to do things that I want to do. I choose to tell people where I'm coming from before I get there so they can't be angry with me or upset with me. And if they are, it's their problem. It's not mine. Like this year, we're going on a cruise for Christmas. When I called the cruise line, I said I need a cruise where I'm going to be on the ocean on Christmas Day, and they said, well, we have one ending on the 24th, and we have one starting on the 26th, and I said, listen to my mouth. I want to be on the water on the 25th of December. I don't know why. I just decided that's what I want to do this year. I'm tired of doing the same old things. I'm tired of people saying, oh, you poor thing. Oh, it's so hard to lose your husband. It's so hard to lose your kids. It's so hard to be alone. No, you make it what you want it to be. I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm saying it's your choice. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be sad. You can choose to be angry. You can choose to find something good about life.
You know what? You can hear it right there about how real she is. One of the things, though, that when you come on, what you like to do is talk about, educating the public, because your life can be very hard, made very hard if people would only just do what they're supposed to do. I mean, and it's amazing when we're going to talk about some of the things. And when I say what we should talk about during the Thanksgiving, here you're getting around the table and everything. And instead of fighting, she said, make it a good night. But also talk about things that are important, like this.
Well, you can do things like memories, or you can get out the picture book, or you can tell people, I don't want to do what we've done for the last 25 years. It's just too much for me. I've done that myself. I went to Wyoming for how many ever years? I'm 72, so I must have been there for at least 70 of them. And it was like when my husband passed away 3 years ago, I said, no, we're changing the plan. We're not doing what we've always done. We're not doing where we've always gone. We're not playing the same game. We're going to play a new game. And so, but you have to be honest, and the first person you need to be honest with is yourself, because it's so easy to be dishonest with yourself, to be honest with everybody else. No. Be honest with yourself. What do you want? What do you expect? Tell people, I'm really having a crappy day. I'm really having a hard time. I need to help somebody to help me figure out what to do for the holidays so I don't have to sit at home and cry all day long. I'm not telling you I don't miss my husband. I'd be lying if I told you I did. What I'm telling you is I don't dwell on it. I don't make that the center of my life. The center of my life is, what does God want me to do? How can I make the world a better place? How can I be happy? How can I spread cheer? Who can I touch? Whose heart can I touch? Who can I change? I mean, I remember one year for Thanksgiving, I went and fed the homeless. I came home feeling like I've really accomplished something
I
good.
think that's neat.
Besides sitting at home and cooking dinner for my family and saying, well, dinner's ready. Let's all come around and talk about the day, around the table and play games. I wanted to do something different and unique, and it had nothing to do with death. It just had to do with what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something different.
So, but the one thing that I would like to talk about, though, is because one thing you said a lot on this show is that a lot of people in America, for some reason they don't talk about death.
They don't talk about death. They don't talk about grieving. We just stuff it in a corner and pile bricks in front of it and say it's okay. No, it's not okay. You can do whatever one of my favorite things to do is when I'm really sad and I'm really, really upset, I like to go in my bedroom and shut the door and just cry until there's not any tears left. And I can cry for 30 minutes sometimes. And when I'm through crying, you get that really crappy feeling inside of, you just feel empty and you feel hollow and it's like,
I was worried because I get all puffy.
So then, instead of getting up and getting back to life, lay there and think about all the beautiful things in the world and how much you're loved and all the peaceful things in life. I am love. I am kindness. I am generous. I am a child of God. I am whatever you want to be. And just put those things back in until your body just feels all warm and fuzzy and kind and loving. And then get up and do whatever you want to do. And you'll be shocked at how well you will feel after you just cry until you can't cry anymore. But people tell you, dry up your tears. Why are you crying? There's no need to cry anymore. Well, you don't know who I am. And I can cry at the drop of a bucket.
Yeah, I'm the same
And I
way.
can cry until there's nothing left to cry. And then I just feel God's arms around me. I feel my friends just being around me and surrounding me. I give myself a lot of compliments about the things I do well until that empty spot fills up with love and kindness and goodness. And then, guess what? I'm a whole new person and I like people again.
So one of the things when I was talking about Thanksgiving and talking about what your wishes are, right? We talk a lot about that here. We're talking about different things because it is true. You should do what you want to do. But instead of fighting, instead of talking about, let's say, politics or whatever you're going to talk about, maybe change that subject to say, Mom, you're here. Let's talk about you. Maybe tell some great stories, and then in there try and add in, what would you like? What are your wishes? So we can hear those things, because when the paperwork is done right, your job, Sandy, is a lot easier.
That's right. And be thankful for what you have. I had 3 people in yesterday. I have never had arrangements that were so fun. Yes, I did, one other person. But she was so funny because they were saying, this is congratulations for us. We've got another box mocked off. Now my kids can't be upset because my kids don't know what I want. My kids know exactly what I want because I just signed the papers and paid for it. So they're really blessed because they don't have to pay for it now and they don't have to worry about how to come up with it. Talk about your blessings. Talk about the things you want. Talk about what will make their life easier when that time comes. I guarantee you, we all are going to die. It is not an option. Mm-hmm. You can choose not to pay income tax and go to jail. You can choose not to go to the store and go hungry. You cannot choose not to die. So why is it such a sacred subject that we don't discuss? We're so afraid of it because we don't know what it is. I can tell you, it is an extension of this life. And there is life after death. I can tell you how I know. I paid the price. And I hope and pray you don't have to pay the price. You can just pray about it, and you can talk about it, and you can learn about it, and you will know that there is life after death, and you can begin to talk about it so that that transition is made easier not only for you, but for everybody else that you're around and with.
She's perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit further. Also some traditions. We're going to talk about those for Christmas and things like that. But really the main thing is to, I would say, go up onto her website and check her out, because if you're going to be cremated, a cremation is a cremation. A cremation, we've said it a million times. Also, call them and have them do a consultation with you. Their phone number is 480-962-6435. It's angelscremationandburial.com. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute.
Knowing every client is different, Anna von Strassenberg, CPA, PLLC, prides herself by offering ethical, accurate, and professional guidance when it comes to accounting, tax, and consulting services like tax return preparation, tax projections, proactive tax planning, IRS representation, QuickBooks, Pro Advisors, and more. For more information or to schedule a free consultation, call 480-964-4030. That's 480-964-4030. Services available year-round. ArizonaCPAs.com.
Hey, this is Howie.
And me, Javi. Bravo Insurance Agency offers financial and lifestyle protection for those you love from an agency you can trust.
Gain the financial lifestyle security you deserve.
Proudly serving individuals, families, veterans, and America's small business community since 1985.
For free, no obligation consultation, call us at 480-316-7862. That's 480-316-7862.
Like us on Facebook.
Tired of paying high hourly fees when you need a plumber? With Cobra Plumbing, you get the same great service as the other guys, but you pay by the job, not the hour. So if you have a residential plumbing issue, don't wait. Call Cobra Plumbing today. Plus, our work is guaranteed. So call us today for your free estimate. Call 602-663-8432. That's 602-663-8432. To see a list of our complete service offerings, go to cobraplumbing.net.
Experience the difference with Dr. Skin Med Spa, led by Dr. Rohit Jaswal. Our renowned medical team is committed to a bespoke VIP experience that will leave you looking and feeling your best. At Dr. Skin Med Spa, we can reshape, reduce, or enhance your physique to create your dream silhouette by smoothing fine lines and wrinkles for a more dynamic, vital, and youthful appearance. For appointments, call 480-904-3311 or visit drskinmedspa.com.
Do you ever play the lottery? If so, you can definitely increase your odds of winning by playing through a lottery pool. The ticket costs are shared, so you pay only pennies per ticket, yet you can still win millions. This unique service is offered by PowerPick, which has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Check out this amazing deal. You can share in 105 tickets in Powerball, Pick, and Mega Millions for only $4.75. Go to easypooling.com, spelled E, the letter Z, then pooling.com. That's easypooling.com.
Wow, everybody wants greater health, wealth, and happiness. We at Hypnotic One help everyone achieve that by eliminating your negative, unwanted, outdated habits and addictions in 1 to 7 days and include a lifetime warranty. Now's the time to take control or eliminate drugs, alcohol, smoking, weight gain, stress, and depression. We at Hypnotic One make changing fast, fun. Call now, 602-547-0446. For a 1-hour consultation and motivational CD, it is priceless and life-changing.
If I traded it all.
So welcome back. When we're on a break here at Networking Arizona, we listened, where we're on Facebook. And I was asking Sandy to talk a little bit about maybe some of the different things that you can talk about at Thanksgiving. And what she just comes up with the best ideas, because we do talk about obviously planning. I know we haven't really gotten to that, but this is going to be a great thing, because I said to Sandy, I said, how do you bring up the subject, right? Because how do you talk about, Mom, do you want to be, cremated or not? And she goes right out the bat, she goes, oh, I got a great game. It's, you get 10 pieces of paper, and you can do more than that if you want, and put them all in a hat and write different things on them, like whatever, like give them a few of them that you said.
What do you want to do when you're dead? What do you want to do before you die? What do you want to do? What was your favorite thing as a child? Do you want to be cremated? And if you do, what do you want me to do with your ashes? Put them in the sand? Do you want me to put them in the desert? Do you want me to put them in the mountains? Oh, you want me to bury them in a cemetery? No, yeah, right. But that's how you can ask questions, and it's a game. And so, you get different questions. Like one of the ones my grandson got at one time, it said, what do you like about Oma? And they call me Oma. And he said, I like it when she makes funny faces at me. And guess what? I don't like to make when I make funny faces at it means I'm angry. I am upset. You better get your act together. So I learned that funny faces is something he likes, and I don't want to like his behavior, so I needed to find something else to do.
Well, I love traditions, like in that, which what we're talking about here, but these are different ones.
Yes.
Something different.
I mean, you can play spin the bottle. Remember when we were all little kids and we played spin the bottle, and then you get to pull out a tag, or, where do you want to be buried? If you were a millionaire, what would you want to do? And this is literally one of the questions we asked, my son-in-law came up with, and he said, well, if I were a millionaire, I would be buried in the cemetery in a recliner chair with a Pepsi in my hand, with my feet relaxed watching the television game with a football game. And I said, well, you better be a millionaire because you're going to have to buy like 5 or 6 plots. Now, that was not realistic, but from that, we know that he doesn't want to be cremated. He wants to be buried. And he wants to have something more elaborate, because we were saying, well, do you want a cheap casket or an expensive casket? So that opened the door to asking a lot of questions. And so the thing of it is, you just have, my daughter has this famous saying, and she says, poor people have to be more creative than rich people, because rich people can buy it, poor people have to think about it. And I'm neither rich nor poor, but I have learned to be imaginative. I've learned to change things up the way I want them to be. I have learned to adapt to what I have. I mean, if my car breaks down, I can be angry and upset because my car breaks down. Or I can think, well, maybe I can go shopping while I'm waiting for them to come fix it. Or maybe I could read something fun on my phone while I'm waiting, because that would be more enjoyable than sitting here cussing and being angry and stomping my foot, because they're not going to come for 2 hours. The point of the matter is be creative. Be honest with yourself. What do you want to do? What do you want to be? And then expand on that. I mean, if you want to sit and muddle muck about your husband dying, that's fine. But some things you can do is you can buy a Christmas present in his behalf for a homeless person. You can fix his favorite meal and take it to somebody who's not going to be eating a meal. You can bake bread that his favorite cookies and take him to the nursing home, and I guarantee you there is somebody there that will just love them. You can wrap up a package and then open it yourself, because it's from him to you.
What I love about this game, and you're going to laugh when I'm going to say this, it's fabulous, because now you're getting all this information, and you can throw in all sorts of kind of questions. But, what do you want to do when you get buried? Do you want to be cremated or not? Blah, 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 blah. It might be a good idea that you do invite a notary service. I knew she was going to laugh, because one of the things that people don't do is notarize things that they should. And we've talked about this so many times.
After you write it, take it to the notary and sign it. And if you don't know where there's one that's free, come to my office. We have 3 in our office. We notarize things for free all the time.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? But I knew you were going to laugh, because one of the things that we've talked about many, many, many times, not only is a cremation, obviously you could do whatever you want. And with what I love about Sandy is when you do come and talk to her, I mean, she's so real, and she talks about, everybody's pocketbook is tight right now. Not just, there's a lot of people that are filthy rich. Okay, God bless you. But most of us are watching our pennies now, even more so than ever. But go up onto her website and check them out. It is angelscremationandburial.com. You can also call them. They do consultations. It's 480-962-6435, which is 96 Angels. So 480-962-6435, and have that consultation. It doesn't matter. Whatever you decide to do, you do. But make sure, what we've talked about so many times on here, is when you don't have your paperwork and plan on this, and we're not talking about estate planning here. We're really not.
We're not talking about death and dying.
That's what it is. And that also has to be planned. It has to be planned out properly. And that's the most important thing, because if it's not, how long do people end up hanging out in your cooler?
15 days.
15 days. And I don't think that's going to be very warm if you want to do that.
Well, and sometimes it's longer than that because you don't make an appointment right away because you just don't feel
like
up to it. So now it's like 18 or 19 or 20 days. And a lot of people get really upset, but I don't write the laws. I just have to follow the laws.
Right.
So if you don't have the right people to sign the authorization, you have to wait. And you can sign your own, you can notarize it, and it is signed, sealed, and delivered. You get what you want, and nobody can dispute it.
Some of the other traditions, I know that Christmas is coming up, so we want to talk a little bit about that. Do you want to bring up anything?
I just like to read this paragraph that I just love in a letter that was sent to me when my second son died.
Does it have a date on it?
No,
they didn't
died.
notarize
I
it
can
either.
tell you, it was in December of 1989. I will never forget. I send you. This is from your deceased, saying this to you. I send you each a special gift, more precious than pure gold. I send you each a memory of my underlying love. After all, love is a gift more precious than pure gold. It was always most important in the stories Jesus told. Please love each other as the Father said to do, for I cannot count the blessings of love He has for you. So have a Merry Christmas and wipe away that tear. Remember, I am spending Christmas with Jesus this year.
I love that.
And if you'd like a copy of the rest of the letter, all you have to do is call me and I will send you the whole letter. Because to me, it is, every year I get it out for Christmas. 1989 was when this letter was given to me. And my son died in March, and I got it for Christmas. And I get it out every year, and I read it. And it was really funny. I was at the expo a couple weeks ago in Mesa, and a lady walked up to me, and she said, "You are the lady who gave me that letter, and I have it framed on my desk." So any day I am distressed, whether it's Christmas or Easter or Mother's Day or my birthday, I look at that letter, and I read it, and she said, it just brings me pure joy.
That phone number to call her is 480-962-6435. Check her out. It's angelscremationandburial.com. I love it that you did that. And, listen, folks, when we are losing family members, and family doesn't have to be family, could be an animal. A lot of people lose animals.
Your best friend.
Your best friend in the world. And, these are things that we need to think about. That's what I love about this show the most, that an opportunity for people to have a forum to sit there and the people that are listening out there to hear these things and go, you know what, I do need to do that. And when you hear them, it's such a great, please call them, talk to them, whoever's on here. It's just important that you get this information for you. Each person's individual. And I love you, Sanda, because you're just so real with everyone that you talk with, especially when it comes down to money.
I do. I always tell people, it's not how much money you spend on them when they're dead. It's how much money you spend on them when you're alive. And if you want to see them now. Don't wait. I've had many, many incidences in my life when people have just dropped over for absolutely no reason. My son went to school and did not come home. I talked to my girlfriend on Wednesday morning, and Thursday night her roommate called to tell me she was deceased. Take time today. Take time right now. Forgive and forget and love and spend time together, because it's a whole lot better to spend time when they're alive than it is spending time with a corpse.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I love what you just said. It is about forgiveness, and stop worrying about all of that stuff that's happened in the past, and let it go, and bring some of these different traditions that we're talking about. Christmas tradition. Do you have one that's special besides going away and being on the water on the 25th?
I put a Christmas tree up at my mortuary, and I let everybody come and take a Christmas angel off of it. And that has been one of my most treasured memories of the people who come in. And it's to help them to have a better day. And to me, when I have a better day, is when I see somebody else having a better day. That's the reason I think we all need to put a period in our life today. Forgive, forget, and love, and carry on.
That phone number to call again, 480-962-6435. She's going to give everybody this Christmas letter that she got in 1989. I think it was 1989 or something like that was sent to her. And you'll want it. Just maybe you give it to somebody as a gift. Maybe I know a lot of people that I could give this to. Please, please, please get your plans in order. That's really what it's all about. And forgive and forget and move on and have love one another. Again, that phone number is 480-962-6435, which is 96 Angel. It's Angels Cremation and Burial.com.